Hello Woodmice and Dormice, and welcome to today's maths learning. Now, to begin with, to warm up our maths brains, we're going to play a game where I'm going to roll the dice and you're going to say the number on the dice without counting. I'll do a few with you and then I'll let you shout out the answers by yourself. Are you ready for the first one? 2, 3, 2, 4. Okay, over to you now. 'Last one. Number 3. Well done. Now we're going to be learning about something that we haven't yet learned about in maths so far. So you can see here we have got a part-part whole model. And the reason it's got a part-part whole model is because this is the whole and these are the parts. And our parts make up the whole. So thinking back to our learning we did about part and whole, and we were looking at pieces of fruit and boxes of chocolates, and we were thinking about which ones were parts and which ones were whole. That learning should help us with this learning today. So this is our whole and these are our parts. And we're going to be using our part-part whole model today to work out how many ways we can split 3 objects into 2 parts. Now I'm going to use these 3 little aliens. You can use 3 objects around your house. So you need to have in front of you your part-part whole model. So you could have printed it out and reattached it, or you might just get Mummies and Daddies to draw you one. And then you need 3 small objects that you can move. So you might have small toys, you might have little stones or counters, just 3 of something that you can move. So if you need to go and get those things, just pause the video and then we can get going. So our 3 objects to start with are going to go in our hole. So I'm going to put the 3 objects in the hole. And in the hole, I'm going to write the number 3. So you don't need to worry about the recording any writing today, but what I would like you to do is make sure that your 3 objects are now in the hole. And what we're going to do with those 3 objects is we're going to then split them into the parts, because our parts make up the whole. So I'm going to start by putting my 1, 2, 3 aliens into one part. And there are at the moment no aliens in this part. So I've got 3 as a part and 0 is a part. So with your objects, you're going to move the 3 into a part, and then this part is left empty at the moment. Now I'm going to record this as a number sentence. You don't need to do this today. I just want you to make sure that you're able to move the objects. So 3 add 0, because 0 is in the other part, there's nothing, equals 3. Now I'm going to move the objects back into the hole. So you need to do the same now with your objects, bring them up into the hole. And this time I'm going to find a different way of splitting my objects into 2 parts. So this time I'm going to bring 2 aliens into this part and 1 alien in this part. Now it's important you don't forget and leave any of your objects in the hole. They need to be shared between the 2 parts. So I've got 2 as a part, 1 is a part, and 3 is the whole. So can you say that with me? 2 is a part, 1 is a part, 3 is the whole. So make sure that you've moved your objects now so that they look like mine. You've got 2 as a part, add 1 equals 3, as 3 is our whole today. We have got 3 objects. We're going to have a go now at seeing if we can do it a different way. So what I'd like to do with your objects is see if you can move them into the parts, but do it a different way to what we've already done. So we've already had 3 of our aliens in here and none in this part. We've already had 2 aliens in this part and 1 over here. I'm going to give you a moment now to see if you can move your objects a different way, split them into 2 parts. If you need a bit longer to do this, just remember you can always pause the video. So this time, and I'm wondering if you've done this way as well, I'm going to bring my 2 objects down here, just like that. What have I forgotten to do? I've left an object in the hole. So I need to bring him down into a part. So this time, what can we say? We have got 1 is a part, 2 is a part, and 3 is the whole. So I'm going to write it as a number sentence, and you'll notice it's just the opposite way round, the other way round to what we did a moment ago. So before we had 2 and 1, we've just swapped the numbers so that we've got 1 and 2. There's one more way that we can do together. So if you bring your objects back up to the top, and I wonder if anyone's worked out the final way that we can share or split our aliens into 2 parts. I'm going to bring my 3 aliens down here. So this time I have got 0. There's none in this part, but there is 3 in this part, and 3 is still the whole. So I'm going to write 0 because this part is empty. There's nothing in there. Add 3, as I've got my 3 objects, equals 3, as today 3 was our whole. And we can check that by putting our 3 objects back up the top. Well done. So today we have found 4 ways of splitting 3 into 2 parts. We're going to be practicing some more with our part-part whole model this week. And at the moment, I'm not worried about you recording. I just want you to practice moving your objects into the parts and saying the different ways that we can split the number into 2 parts. So what your mummies or daddies can do at home is they can take a picture, or they can write me a comment, or they might like to record a video of you doing your maths learning. Well done.